Hi, this is Ethan from Bath & Granite for Less. Today I'm going to show you how to install an undermount sink on one of our slabs. Before I begin, there's a few things you're going to need to do this project successfully. The first thing is a 12-inch bar clamp that detaches. These are available at Harbor Freight for less than $10. The second thing you're going to need is an adhesive. There are two main options here. The first is the liquid nails for granite and marble. This is available at Home Depot, Lowe's. Be sure to follow the manufacturer's guidelines for drying times on this. The second adhesive option is a two-part epoxy. This is not as commonly as available to the public. This is what we use here in the shop. This consists of a resin and a hardener. The drying time on this is roughly half an hour. Another thing you're going to need is an acetone or a rubbing alcohol. This is to clean all the surfaces and give the glue a good surface to bond to. The last thing you're going to need is a 2x4, and this is to brace the sink up underneath the slab while it's drying. The most important step of this entire process is making sure that your slab is completely supported. What we've done here is use two sawhorses and a sheet of plywood that we've cut a rectangle out of. This will provide support for the entire slab throughout the whole gluing process. First thing I'm going to do is clean the underside of the slab. You want to make sure you get all the loose dirt, everything from underneath there. Next, you can mix the glue. For one sink, about that much glue will do just fine. Then you want to add your hardener. Do about 1/10 of the amount of the resin that you used. So that's about good right there. And then you want to make sure you mix these two really, really well. Make sure it's just one consistent color when it's all mixed. After it's mixed, you can start spreading. What you want to do is scrape off just a little bit like that so you have a nice steady bead along your scraper. And then set it on this back. And as you're coming across, slowly move it down. And you get a steady bead like that all the way around. You want to make sure you keep your glue on the farthest edge possible. Don't want any glue seeping into the inside of the sink here. Now you have your bead set. There's no gaps in between. You want to make sure it's consistent all the way around. Make sure your sink is oriented properly. Take your bar clamp, slide the long end through the bottom, catch the top, and then you can bring your sink right up. Keeping your eye on the back of the sink, make sure that back lines up with the edge of the sink there. Tighten it down just a little bit. Not all the way though. You want to leave it a little bit loose so you can get your adjustments. Just kind of do this by feeling. Want to make sure you have an even lip all the way around your sink. You don't want to go too far back because you'll obstruct the faucet hole here. Takes a little bit of playing to get it perfect. Okay. Once your sink is in position, you can tighten down the clamp the rest of the way. Now if you have a little bit of glue coming through on the side, like we do here, just take your acetone or your rubbing alcohol. Make sure you clean that off before it dries. Double checking everything. Looks good. The last step is underneath. You're going to have some beading. It's best to smooth it out with your fingers to get that epoxy in all the crevices here. Make sure it's in all those tight little spots.